Welcome back, my pupils. This is Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Hey, today we're going to be taking a look at the Springfield ECHELON. After all the rave reviews that the Springfield ECHELON got, I went out and picked me one up. You know, not many plastic wonder guns have come out and been different in any way. They're just copies of copies of copies of copies. But Springfield took it to the next level, and they took all the best from all the top and put them into one package. So let's get this out of the box and take a look at it. I'm a real world guy and I work hard for my money. And I like to spend my money, but I like to spend it on quality items. So we got this up here says the Springfield Armory, defend your legacy. Inside the box here, we got a nice pistol case. We're going to go through the box first. Then we've got this card here. Now, what really disappointed me is you don't actually get a manual with it. Instead, you get this QR code that you have to scan in order to see the manual on it. And the manual is not that informative. Springfield could have done a way better job on the manual. They do offer you some other discounts and stuff and a 2-year subscription to the Armory Life magazine, which I did get. Next out of the box, we do get a target that was shot at 10 meters with this firearm that's in the box, and it's a 5-shot group. You can see 3 here and 2 over here to the side. At 10 meters, that's pretty good accuracy. Unfold the box here, and we do get the traditional lock. It says Springfield Armory on there. Nice little addition. 2 extra back straps, as well as another magazine. You get 2 magazines with the Springfield ECHELON and a loader. And then down here, you get the entire Viz Optics mounting accessories. Now, this will take care of most of the optics that you want to mount. Springfield does have another plate that is available for mounting different types of optics. So it's not a everything comes in the package deal. Okay, like everybody's saying, it's not that way. This only covers half of the optics with this here, and the other half are covered by another plate that you have to purchase additionally from Springfield. The pistol bag that comes with Springfield Armory firearms is really nice. I mean, this is nice for keeping it in and throwing it in your range bag. And if you take several pistols like I do, it'd be really nice for each company to actually put their logo on them so I remember which one I'm picking up out of my range bag. All right, let's open this up. It's got a nice little zipper enclosure here. And this is the firearm as it's presented to you. Get this out of the bag here. Off to the side. It still has the chamber flag in it, so it is clear. There is nothing in the magazine, nothing in the mag well, obviously nothing in the chamber. So you, me, and the brick wall in front of me are all safe. The Springfield ECHELON ships with 2 magazines. This is one of the 2 that ships with a 20-round magazine and also a 17-round magazine that has a flush base plate on it. From the looks of it, these magazines are possibly Metgar magazines, but they have no markings on them whatsoever except 9mm here, and then the witness holes on the back to see how many rounds are in the magazine itself. The base pad on it has the same grip texture as does the frame itself. Nice addition, and they look really good in the gun. It really does. It complements it quite well, man. I don't like this open space back here, but just have to deal with that for right now. But it's not bad. Comes out very nice. Magazines actually spit out. They try to launch out of there, which is really, really nice, man. I mean, they slide out of there. Excellent, excellent. It's almost like it would be steel on steel, but it is plastic on steel. We got the magazine out of it. We're going to get that chamber indicator out. And over to the side. So we are clear, even though the chamber indicator was in it. Firearm itself, I'm very impressed with it. It took me 3 times of going to the LGS and holding this pistol. Well, not this particular one. They got a brand new one in the back for me because, well, I didn't want the one that had been fingered to death. You know what I mean? But I held it, I looked at it, I tried it out, I dry fired it, I took it apart, I looked at it, and I was thoroughly impressed with it. But it took me 3 times of going to the LGS for me to actually pull the trigger, pun intended, to actually pick it up and walk out the door with it. If you're watching this video, you've probably already seen a lot of reviewers go over this pistol. Well, I'm not a shill. This was not sent to me. This is of my own doing and my own hard money. So let's go over this front to back. We have a really nice target crown barrel. It's 4.25-inch barrel. You've got a little texture here on the recoil spring assembly guide rod coming out the front of it. Nice 1913 pick rail. Excellent cocking serrations. I mean, when you watch these other guys that get these guns sent to them just screaming about how good these are, they're not kidding. They're not lying. I mean, those are excellent. Nice grip. Very, very sticky. Over here, we do have the built-in thumb ledges. Now, you normally only see this on guns that are the aftermarket type, where you get the aftermarket frames that have the ledges built into them, but this already has a ledge built into it, as well as the takedown lever itself has a little bit of a ledge to it. I really like that feature. I like the pointed trigger guard here, plenty of room in here for a glove finger. It's got nice texture on the front if you do the hook method. It's got texture on the bottom here. And look at that. I mean, you normally only see that on custom dremeled and stippled guns, but this comes with it. I mean, that's why I researched this so much, and that's why I ended up purchasing one. It has a nice undercut for the trigger guard here for your finger. You're not going to get any soreness from that. The magazine release is ambi from both sides, as well as the slide catch release is ambi on both sides. Slide catch release is kind of minimal small, but it does release very nicely, very easily. It's got a nice little ledge right there, a little bit of texturizing on it, as you can see, those little lines on both sides of it. It does run flush, so there's no chance of snagging it on the draw, bringing it out, which makes this an excellent duty weapon. Texture on the frame down here on the grip, it looks kind of smooth. When you first look at it, it looks smooth, but the harder you squeeze that, the more it bites into you, and it's not going to go anywhere under recoil, absolutely nowhere. We got a nice beaver tail here, decent bore axis on it, a little bit of texture on the back plate here. Sight system is a night sight front and a U-notch rear, which I really like that. It's got a really nice point of aim. When you pull it out and you point it out, you're looking down the sights. It's really, really great. Backstrap came with 3 of them. This is the medium backstrap on here. I have not taken it to the range and shot it yet. When I do, I will take the other backstraps and put each one on and shoot the gun to decide which one that I want on here. Nice rear cocking serrations. This is for the optic plate, optic mount. These rear serrations here are really bitey too, and it's got these little wings on the back of it, almost like a couple other brands that we know of that have those. And it does make for easy manipulation of the slide. If you've got an optic on here, normally you cannot use the rear cocking serrations with an optic. You're either racking off of the optic itself or using the front serrations. This gives you a third way to rack it with an optic on it, and it does work very nicely. What else about this firearm? Oh, down here on the magwell, we do have a little bit of beveling on the magwell itself to aid in mag changes and insertion of the magazine. And it does have little bitty cutouts here on the sides to aid for stripping a magazine if one would get stuck in there, if you would have a serious malfunction. To field strip and disassemble this, now YouTube, this is for maintenance, cleaning, and proper care of a firearm. What you want to do is first you want to have no magazine in it, no ammo in the area that you're working on it, period. Be safe about this. You want to lock the slide back. After the slide's locked back, take this thumb ledge little lever here, turn it down, release the slide, and pull it off. There's no need to pull the trigger to disassemble this firearm. The inside of it looks very, very familiar, doesn't it? That's because this has a cog system. This is actually the fire control unit, is all of this what you see right here. They do sell other size frames. Now this is a medium size frame. The company Springfield also offers small and large. So they offer 3 different size frames. And I can see other aftermarket companies getting on the bandwagon and doing frames for these. I'm really excited to see what's going to be coming out. But that's the internals there. To take this cog out, you remove this pin and pull it out. That's all you got to do. And put it into another frame. Or you can just completely pull this out and clean the entire unit. I do that on my Sig Sauers, so I can see me doing that on this as well. Interior of the slide, this I was a little disappointed on. It has a plastic guide rod. Now, I don't know why, but I don't have a thing for plastic guide rods. Some people don't mind them, some people leave them in, but it does have a flat wound spring, and I looked it up and they said it's a 14.5 pound spring in this Echelon. So a lot of other guns come with like 16, 17 pound springs. So that 14.5 pound spring should be able to allow for use of a compensator or suppressor if the barrel is threaded. The barrel comes out like every other striker fired gun there. Nice polished feed ramp. Good looking barrel. Interior of the slide, very common striker fired guns. You know, like I said, this is the only striker fired gun that actually got my attention. In all of 23, this is the only one that actually got my attention and made me watch it and look out for it. So there you see me just reassemble the barrel and the guide rod in there. You put it back on the rails, slide it back, flip that lever up, let it go home. Function check, and everything is good. The first couple times I dry fired one of these, I was actually kind of disappointed in the trigger. I mean, people raved and raved and raved about it, but I was actually kind of disappointed in it. It's got a little rough feeling right there. You can feel it actuating in there. And then it's got a little creep. It does have a crisp break. I'll give it that. The reset is doable. I mean, once you're back to reset, I mean, it is a nice trigger, but it does have a little bit of sponge right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my Wheeler trigger pull gauge out. Trusty, trusty, trusty. And we're going to give this a trigger pull and see where we're at out of the box. We are at just under 5 pounds. Let's take another one. Just a hair under 5 pounds. We're going to do a third one just for GP. Everybody likes to do 3 of these. I guess I'll do 3 of these too. And we are just over 5 pounds. So we're just going to say it's about a 5 pound trigger, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all. I can honestly see me not leaving this alone and not leaving it stock. I've got an optic for it. Let's see. Yeah, I got a really nice optic put on here. So we're going to be installing an optic onto it and also doing some other work to it. I've got some ideas on paper about what I want to do to it and from which companies I want to acquire things from. So if you're a company out there watching this and you'd like to donate a product for the Springfield Echelon to the channel, I would be most grateful and do you a video on it. And hopefully it's a good product. Hey, it never hurts to ask out there. But this is my Springfield Echelon. You're going to be seeing more of it. We're going to take it to the range and do the first shots using the iron sights out of the box. And then we're going to be putting an optic on it and maybe hopefully getting some other things in to tinker with it. You know, we just can't leave things alone in life. Whether it's your car, your gun, your house, remodeling your bathroom. How many times have you remodeled your bathroom in the last 20 years? So we just can't leave things alone. We always try to accommodate them and improve them and make them just for us, as we should do. Well, my pupils, that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed my little unboxing of my new Springfield ECHELON. All right, everybody, I greatly appreciate you, and always remember to keep blowing that smoke.